Hi, I'm Jennifer Takis, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I have a few tips. It's kind of a potpourri actually today of things that will help make your projects pop with MDS2. Just give them that little extra something that makes it look more professional and makes you really pleased with the results you end up with. Now this is a journal that I'm starting. I call it my old house journal. I live in a house that was built in 1891, and we're going to be doing some renovating to it, and I wanted to keep track of all of the things that we're doing, before and after pictures. And I went digging through some of the papers we got when we purchased the house, and I had a lot of really cool old documents, and one really amazing artist rendition that former owners had used as a Christmas card. So I scanned all these things in, and they will make lovely and interesting backgrounds for me to design this scrapbook with. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to fill this punch shape with a photo. And there used to be kind of a complicated workaround to do this, but in MDS2 they've made it much, much simpler. You come over here in the Design Center under Punches and Photo Fill. How cool is that? And the image that I'm looking for is this one, this first one right here. I'm going to double click on that, and it's going to fill my punch with this lovely sketch of my home. But I want to isolate part of that image. So I'm going to double click, and you can see I can zoom in on it like it's designer series paper. And I want to grab the sketch over here of the sign that sits at the end of our driveway, because it's got a plaque on it with the name of the house. It's Great Gables, and I think that would be really cute to have on the front of my scrapbook. So I'm going to click OK, and then there I have that isolated in my punch. Now, the other thing that I want to show you that's super cool that we can do now is recolor photos. So I have this photo box that I've added, and I have these really cool old documents that I scanned from our abstract. And I think some of these entries were back in 1840, I think was what I saw. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, crop that out, make some of those letters a little bigger. But since I have a really gray theme going on here, I want to change the color of that photo, and I can do that by clicking on this recolor button. So yeah, you can recolor everything. Designer series paper, stamps, embellishments, and even photographs. So I just clicked on basic gray to recolor it. And there, now I have this lovely gray theme and tone to my page. Now, one more thing I want to show you about making things pop out. Take advantage of the drop shadow feature over here. When you click on this, you'll see that the opacity is pretty low. I'm going to drag it up to about 75%, because it just really makes these elements pop, and that, I think, adds so much oomph, I guess, for lack of a better word, to your project. So I'm going to change all of those up to that 75%. Just simply click on Drop Shadow, drag this little bar up to 75%, and click OK, and you're done. And I'll do this little tag here too. %. Alright. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is how to make your background more interesting with layers. And there are so many cool overlay stamp sets, and you should absolutely use these. And don't even feel like you have to use just one. You can layer multiple of these stamp sets over each other, and the effects are just really cool, and it's fun to experiment. I'm going to go with Sunset Serenade overlays, and Since my home is very cottagey and flowery, I like this kind of plaid with the flower theme. But you see it's not quite the right size. So I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to click Edit Object. And if I unclick this Keep Proportions, then I can set the width, actually, so that it will be the right size for my page. There. So all I did was change the width in inches. Now, what I want to do is send this to the back. I also want to change the opacity, which is over here in the Design Center under Stamps. Just kind of experiment till I get the look that I like. Maybe about 40, I think. Yeah. So there you go. And I think that that just looks, has such a better wow factor than the plain page I started with. I hope you've enjoyed this MDS video tutorial. Please visit my website at stampedinfo.blogspot.com for more video tutorials and project ideas. Thanks so much for watching.